too tall for this, but it's gonna be fun. You can't even, hold on, let me turn the camera around. Hello interwebs and welcome back. I'm Shanna and this is where I share my life stories and vision opinions and whatever else I feel like. And in this next Vietnam adventure vlog, we meet up with my friend Tom, who is from Australia. We head out on an adventure through Hanoi. We eat some Anthony Bourdain eats, and we even head out on a bigger adventure to an area called Hajong. But without further ado and without too much rambling, let's go ahead and get into it.
Time for breakfast. It's gonna be hostel number 2. So this is one of the places that Anthony Bourdain went to. Guys, by the way, look who we found.
Me!
Just me. You remember Tom. You remember Tom from the Australia videos. So we picked him up at the hostel, and now we're at a place which Anthony Bourdain ate at, and we love Anthony Bourdain. So I literally mapped out all of the places that he went to in Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi.
Yes.
So we're here, and we are the only foreigners in this place. And literally, we sat down at the table, and they gathered, like a group of people gathered around to show us the menu. It was a little bit stressful. A little bit stressful. We did. We survived. Yes, yes, I'm so excited. The food we ordered looks like it's gonna be really good, and of course, we got beer too. So. Alright, this is what we got so far. I just took a bite of these greens.
Beep beep beep! This is a quick reminder to let you guys know that you should hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and if you like the video at any point, go ahead and hit that like button as well. Sorry for the interruption, I'm gonna shut up now and let's get back to the video.
So freaking good. And he just tried this, and he said it's so good, but I haven't tried it yet. So that was the cheers. That was the cheers, yeah. We didn't do it with that much energy for sure. I just tried this sweet potato thing. So freaking good. So freaking good. Everything's delicious. I love it. I'm happy. Yes. Yes.
Tom, how was your lunch?
It was so good. Amazing.
What was your favorite thing?
Probably the little sweet potato balls.
Oh my god, mine too.
They were so good.
Although the garlic greens were on point.
Actually pretty good too.
They were
Very similar
on
to teeth.
point. Yeah, probably mine too. Every time I make these videos, I go back and look, I'm like, God damn it,
Can I edit
there's
this
something
to
in my
make sure
teeth,
it's right?
and nobody told me that there was something in my teeth.
You just get like a little whiteout pen and just fix it.
Oh god, I
In
wish. I
editing.
don't think you can do that in a
Can't you?
video. I mean, maybe you can with like good
Oh,
software,
right, okay, need that.
but I use iMovie.
We'll have to upgrade you to that.
Yeah, eventually. Alright, so now we're gonna head over to the train tracks and we're gonna hang out and wander, get some coffee, and the train should be coming around like 3 something. Yeah.
So did we get on this train?
No.
We
Oh,
just
you
watched.
haven't seen
No.
the Okay, so literally it's like this like train street, and so that you have the train tracks and the buildings are hella close to the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really cool.
So exciting.
Yes. Let's go.
Made it to the train tracks, guys.
So there's definitely a barrier up, but if you try, they'll take you back here to one of the cafes and you can get in. It's long.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it to be that long.
I need to interrupt really quick to tell you guys a little bit of the kind of backstory about some of the changes that have happened with these train tracks in Hanoi, and also some things that you probably shouldn't do and how we got in. So basically, for a long time, these train tracks were really popular for tourists, for people looking to get good pictures, etc. There's lots of little cafes sprinkled in there and some stores that were sustained mostly by the tourism. Well, back in November of 2019, I think it was November, the government decided to shut down tourism to this area in an effort to keep people from getting hurt, even though no one had ever actually been hurt or hit by this train. So there are barriers blocking it in lots of different places and guards stationed up to keep an eye on it and to also move those barriers when the train needs to come by. I had talked to one of my friends who had been there the month prior and asked, hey, can you still go here? I know it says online that it's closed and you can't. And I was told that it's fine, you just have to find different ways to get in. So we wandered around for a little bit trying to find a good entrance to it, and eventually we found these barriers. And I'm looking and I can see a cafe from where I'm standing, and I can see that there's people in there, and I'm just trying to figure out, okay, what is the best method for me to get in here myself? I see that there's this guy in a uniform sitting over here. It did not process in my head that he was a police officer, and I am in a communist country. But I'm trying to figure this out, and this officer, from where he's sitting, he's quite a bit of a distance away from me, starts yelling at me in Vietnamese, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. Sorry, don't speak Vietnamese. And I'm still concentrating on trying to get in. And he tells me no entry, and I was like, oh, we want to go to the coffee shop, and I point to the coffee shop. No coffee shop. And I'm like, no, there's a coffee shop right there. I can see it. No coffee shop. And I look him dead in the face. And this is where, do not do this, especially in a communist country. Just don't do this. I looked him dead in the face and said, you're a liar. And I turned around and I'm looking, and I don't know what Tom's face said, but I'm sure he was like, dear God, Shanna, what did you just do? But then luckily, this really nice man heard me saying that I wanted to go to a coffee shop, comes up to me, says, hey, you want to go to the coffee shop? And I'm like, yes, follow me. So we walk around the barrier with him. He was the business owner of the coffee shop that we ended up hanging out at for several hours. He was so nice and so friendly, and I really enjoyed that. Now, keep in mind when you come here, the train only comes at certain times, and I don't want to post the times because I don't want the times to change and then you guys to have the wrong times. So before you go, just do a quick little Google search to check and see what times you can expect the train to come, like the most updated list. Go there early if you want to get a seat at one of the coffee shops, and if you want to chill, and especially if you want to be able to get like cute pictures or anything without a ton of people in the background, because as soon as the train passes, for whatever reason, all of a sudden they let people in and it gets more crowded. Go, relax, enjoy some coffee, some treats, whatever, and wait for the train.
This is so cool. Somebody likes gold. You're fine. Do we need a ticket? This is cool. So we are currently at the Temple of the Jade Mountain. Ooh, Ah. Yeah, the Temple of the Jade Mountain. I wasn't making that up.
I thought you were like the
No! That's the actual name.
Không sai đấy. Không dũng cảm đấy. Cái tôi sợ. Ok.
Come on.
Sta cantando forno.
Ok.
Which way do you want to go? Left? Right? Look at the fishies!
What is this?
Yeah!
It's for me.
Do you think they'll come try and eat my finger? Oh. Oh.
Oh, wow.
They're not hungry.
No, hungry.
Not hungry, that's right.
It's so bad.
Yeah. What's your name? What's your name?
I am.
I'm Shanna.
I'm Shaq.
Sha. Nice to meet you. How old are you?
Yo, I could.
He said, "Oh, I can't." It's cute. He was trying. He was trying. It's pretty at night. Whoa.
In the 15th century, the legend says a nationalist hero borrowed a magic sword, possibly from a dragon king, fought with it to drive out the occupying Chinese forces, and returned it to a turtle that surfaced in Hoan Kiem Lake, the Lake of the Returned Sword, in central Hanoi.
I'm really shocked. Usually these places you can't wear shoes in.
These type of structure with lacquer, with wood carving, presenting for Asian architecture. Want to build wooden building, that's why we don't build like a stone building. We believe that tree, plant, they do have the same spirit like a human being. Coming from a small seed, become like a small tree, it grow up, it get old, and it die like a human being. So when you build a wooden building, you will be protected by good spirit. That's the reason why many structures building in Vietnam, Thailand, or China, or Korea, Japan, build with wood but not stone. We think that stone has no spirit. It's empty and money. Yeah. And the wisdom that one, the people, we have a wow lesson by God.
How old do you think this is?
Oh, I thought you were asking me.
No, I'm asking you. Give me the history of this. Go. History with Tom.
I can't read any of it.
This is where you make it up.
This is very old.
Perfect, Tom. Perfect. This one too? How old is this one?
This one's actually old. Predates this one,
Oh, okay.
for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Which is weird.
That's a good question.
原来我带去过。
So that was certainly worth the 30,000 dong. Yeah, really cool experience. 30,000, it's like $1.50. Sorry, Tom. Aw. Oh. 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 How pretty are these? We got some takeaway. So we just took a van from our hostel to this place where our sleeper bus is, and I gotta show you guys this. Tom and I are definitely gonna be way too tall for this, but it's gonna be fun. You can't even, hold on, let me turn the camera around.
Oh, wait.
This is Tom standing on the sleeper bus.
I mean, I love it. This is an experience.
Oh, a little air freshener. There you go. So this is what, oh, I can't see, this is what my little bed looks like. That's my stud right there. And then I will try and get a video and a picture of each of us laying in our lovely new beds for the next however many hours. What is it? It's butter.
It's sweet.
It's sweet.
Weird. What?
So I was like, what the fuck? It looks like tuna.
Does it taste like chicken?
What? It tastes like chicken? No, is it chicken? I can't eat that.
I don't know.
Solid like I can.
Oh.
I'm definitely going to accept them. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for experimenting for us.
Do not eat that already. Shannon, where are you?
Super comfy.
Sarah, you enjoying this?
Really loving this. This is VIP.
I really want a video of you. This is gonna, you're not gonna.
Oh, I'm not. Please no way leave so weak.
This is great.
This is not the one.
This is hilarious. You don't think you're gonna fit, Tom? Wow, is this you stretched out? No, there's the seat goes up and down. Oh, this is great.
But actually, it helps me.
There's all this space
Oh, yeah,
here.
because then it'll raise your legs. Yeah.
Tom, there's all this space here. You could just
I might just leave it.
stretch out there.
I think that might actually be better. I think that is one.
That's hilarious.
I love it. This is gold.
So finally, we got to our hostel super late in Hajong, and we're able to get a little bit of not so interrupted sleep where we weren't accidentally being stepped on by strangers, or poor Sarah, who was constantly being woken up by the driver to tell her that she was at her stop, even though she wasn't, because she was in our group and we were all going to the same place. But keep in mind, none of these guys speak English, so it was a little bit of a mess there at the end, and I will explain what happened in the next video, but keep an eye out for that because that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and if you don't know what to comment down below, leave a turtle emoji for our giant turtle friend. Not only does that help my channel a lot, but it lets me know that you were here, it gives us a chance to chat, it lets me know you made it to the end of the video, and of course, I just love to see your faces down there. If you want another way to help my channel, down below there are links to my website, my merch store, and my Patreon. There's zero obligation to check any of those out, but if you want to, you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, hello there. Yes, this is me casually drinking from my Ginky AF merch because I don't have any bloopers to share. But if you like my cup or my shirt or some leggings or some socks, there's links in the description below. be genki and enjoy your coffee or tea or water or whatever else you like to drink from mugs.